Hey you guys, what's up? It's your girl Raj. You are now tuned into Brunches of Bunches. I'm here with your favorite co-hosts, Chi and Victoria. And today our special guest is Hollywood, the producer. Yes. But some of the topics that we're going to get in today is representation of fatherhood, black fatherhood in the media, and then also just music, diving deep into what that means, his passions, and then how to carry, how to do business in the music industry. Okay, so let's get started, y'all.
So welcome. To get everything jumped off, we will start with our signature Brunches of Bunches games. Yes. So in front of our lovely co-host Chi and our amazing guest Hollywood, you have 3 shots and you have 3 questions. So the way this happens, so you will read the question to yourself and you will share your answer.
Right.
Now if you choose not to share the question with everyone else, you will choose to drink that shot. So that's how it goes.
If I don't choose to say the question or the answer out loud?
You're going to say the answer.
Okay,
Yeah, you gotta say the answer, but you
But you can choose not to say the question and choose to take the shot instead.
So we can start off with Hollywood.
All right.
I don't know why I'm scared.
Who's your worst artist?
And be honest.
Hey. No, I can't think of it right now. I can't think of it right now. I'm trying to really think though. Give me some time.
Okay.
You want to come back to that one?
Yeah, I'll come back to that.
All right.
Okay. So my turn?
Chi, you can go.
All right, here we go. You know you guys wrote it. Why would you do that
Why
to
would
me?
I do what?
Why would you do that to me?
What did I do?
I gave you this question. I hate you. Okay. Wow. I'm just gonna take a shot. Do I have to say the answer?
Say the answer, boo.
Oh, I wouldn't try. Oh, that's good. Okay. Oh, that's easy. Just, I guess that's gonna be what pose. What's one thing you wouldn't try sexually? Now posing it. I'm not taking it in the ass. That's just out. That shit is out.
Okay.
All right, so probably like a minute.
Realistically, just 1 minute. Even I.
Not even a minute. Like a
Even
couple.
I will let it
Not
slip.
literally a minute, but you know, like a couple seconds. Not, you know.
For sure. You reading the question or are you taking a shot?
Yeah, I'm gonna read it. After you drop the piece of food, what's the longest time?
Oh, I thought it was that other one too.
Yeah, there was the other one.
You left it on the ground and ate it, and then ate it. So like
A minute?
not a minute, a couple seconds, like 10 seconds, 10 seconds, like
I thought it was the other
5
question.
seconds. Fuck it.
Wow, that's
You have
very
to take the
quick.
minute back because I'm like, that's a whole 60 seconds. Okay.
Wait, hold up. He didn't go back. No, the other question about the artist.
Well, he can come
It's
back to
your
it if
turn.
he needs some time.
What's the? Oh, I would pee. The the question is, what's the first thing you would do if you woke up one day the opposite sex? I would pee. Like I always want to do that. Like wow. Like
What the fuck? That's some
Never.
crazy
I don't
shit.
know. What
I like
be?
that. I
I'll
would do
be
that.
everywhere.
Like I like that. Like you know when Nicki Minaj, if I had a
If I had a dick, I would pull it out and piss on him.
your turn.
Alright, we gonna try to go back to this one.
And you don't have to read the question, but if you don't read the question, you're taking that shot.
Alright. Worst. That's really something I gotta think about.
You could be
like,
wise with it and just take that shot.
Yeah,
You gotta take
that's why I
that
think I'm
shot,
gonna have
yeah.
to take that shot because I really can't think of an answer to this.
But you know, I know you know some names.
Yeah.
But go ahead,
Nah,
take your
I
shot.
swear no name is popping up in my head right now. I would
For
say
him
it
to be
like,
the worst artist.
for him to be the worst artist I worked with. Let's see.
That could be unprofessionalism. That could be due to any reason.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Or rude.
You just
Rude.
feel like they probably, you gotta dig a little
Or
deeper
have
with
like
their
a
talent.
big
Take the shot.
ego. You think he's like big already? You know someone.
Nobody on the top of the head. I'll take the shot.
That's cool people then.
Yeah, I'll
Cool
take
people.
it.
Chi, I think you have one more question.
That's not that bad. To be honest, I don't know your writing.
Let me help you out.
Yeah. What's this? Actually, no, you're not supposed to know my question. Hold on. I would just... Yeah. What's this for? I feel like... Okay. I would just pull up my pants and then go to the next bathroom stall. So,
You're nasty.
what am I supposed to do? Sit
Crazy
there?
ass question.
You're in a public bathroom and you just went number 2. You realize there's no tissue. What do? I'm just not gonna wipe my ass. I'm just gonna go to the next. I'm gonna pull it up and then go to the next bathroom
I might
stall.
pull it up halfway and just run out. I ain't pulling it
But
up
what if
all
there's
the
people
way.
out there?
Oh well, keep
They
passing
got
some
butts.
tissue.
With your ass?
Keep passing some tissue.
You don't see those videos and they like pass some tissue and it'd be like the snicker prank and it'd be like, what the fuck did he do? Like, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna pull up my pants and go to the
Now
next.
it's on your underwear and shit.
Like, what would you do?
I'm gonna either ask or I'm gonna just run out halfway. Like
Where? We're not where.
the stall.
Out the
It's the
stall.
That's
next
what I
one.
did.
Just cover your
Fuck
butt.
it.
Like, you don't have to pull your pants up. Cause,
I'm gonna put, so my ass gonna be out.
I mean, if you pull it up, you
I'm
know.
gonna pull up my ass. I'm gonna pull up my pants and I'm gonna go to the next store. That's my final answer. So,
Let's see. It's a crazy question, man. Why y'all got these crazy ass questions? Let me see. I don't have no comment to that.
Take your shot, Hollywood. You playing?
wait, what was the answer?
The question or the answer?
What's the answer? You don't gotta read the question.
The answer? I don't have an answer. All right, y'all want me
What's
to
the
be?
question?
Who do you think is the worst dressed person in the room? I'm not gonna say I don't have no answer to that. Everybody look decent, so what?
Decent.
No, I'm worst dressed meaning like you
don't think
fucked up.
it's talking about decent. I tried hard
All
to.
right, well you the worst person.
Okay.
You gonna be the worst one.
Okay.
Man.
You just mad because it's okay.
He's
Whatever.
mad.
You gonna be the worst one.
It's whatever.
Okay, y'all. Thank you for playing our games, y'all. Now we're about to get into this conversation. So, with you being a producer and all, I kind of want to know what you think. What you think a real best rap album is? What does that consist of? You being able to do the beats and then the artist bringing, you know, the lyrics and whatnot. Because I could think of a few. Rick Ross got a few, you know.
Right. I feel like what make a song or an album, like you just gotta paint the picture. If I could see what you're talking about, then, and if I could relate to it too, that's what. As long as you paint the picture, I feel like that's what make a good song or make a good album. As long as that whole album paint a picture, you're not just all over the place. You know what I'm saying? You talking about something, you sticking to one subject or whatever it is. That's what make a good song or album. Even a video or a movie, whatever it is. It's as long as you paint a picture.
So, like a story.
And it's making sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
And when you say relatable, are you saying like relatable to you, Hollywood, or relatable to like the common person?
Just me, and as the common person, I feel like any artist you listen to, you it's something that you relate to with them. Like whether it's what they saying, how they live, like you know what I'm saying. So that's what I feel like. It's a lot of artists that I listen to. I can relate to them because they live the lifestyle that I want to live, and they talk about the shit that I want. You know what I'm saying? Like so, yeah.
So then, what about the niggas that like fake flex? Like, I got bitches, I got cars.
That shit ain't gonna last long. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna last long at all. I mean, you can only get so far with that.
And how do you feel as a producer? Like, I know, like you're there when rappers are making their songs, and and you hear these dudes talk about like, oh yeah, I get this. Have you ever had that experience? So it's like, yeah, I get bitches, I get cars.
I had a lot of experiences. Like I had a couple sessions like that recently where, like I said, they just wasn't talking about nothing. He talking about pimping bitches, and then in the next line you talking about popping perks and shit. It's like you just all over the place. You not staying in one subject talking about one thing. You talking about pimping bitches, and then you at a function popping a Percocet, whatever it is. So I had a lot of experiences like that, but I just can't. Them the type of artists I feel like I just can't waste my time with. Because them the artists that make me feel like I'm working a job, like I'm working a 9 to 5. I'm not doing what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? So I like being in the studio and recording people that make me feel like, you know, like make it enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? Like not just, oh, I feel like I'm at work. I got to be here for 4 hours. And this nigga paying me for this session. You know what I'm saying? That's why at my studio, when I opened my studio, I was running a lot of sessions. Like that's what I opened it for. But after a while, I'm just like, I can't do this. It feel like a job, and I was already working a job too. So me coming from a job to it feeling like I'm doing another job, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to chase my dream and feel like I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm living my dream. So.
But do you feel as an aspiring artist, like they have to go with what everyone else is talking about? Because that's very common in a lot of mainstream music today. Like they talk about just a lot of different, like what you're talking about right now. So
what's popular.
What's popular? Like the common song is about fucking or killing or drugs.
Right.
But realistically, like some artists have even spoke about like I do this for entertainment. I don't necessarily live this lifestyle. So do you think that as an aspiring artist, they sort of have to just go with what they know others want to listen to? No,
I don't feel like, because when you go in that route, you're not satisfying yourself. You just doing what other people like. It's about, you got to do what you love. Life is about pursuit of happiness. So I can't do what make you happy or I got to do what make me happy. Like
that's what's up.
I got to get, like I was just saying, like just as for family, like, you know, everybody got family problems, but with all the shit that's going on in my family right now, everybody want to come for me for help, but it's like I can only do so much because I'm trying to chase my dream and I'm trying to elevate. Once I elevate, I'll be able to come back and help y'all and do, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you just got to focus on what make you happy and what you like. You know, fuck what everybody else like, because if you like it, they going to love it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So being authentic, staying genuine towards yourself. Yeah,
definitely.
That's
what like I said in my last interview, I feel like that's what's wrong with the entertainment business.
Yes, you did.
It's too fake. Like, we need more authentic. You know what I'm saying? Make the shit more authentic. Like, it's, you know?
Okay, so I want to kind of go back to your family, like, because obviously, you know, growing up in South Central, you having a dream, having a passion, I'm sure that people feel that mentality, that drive. The same thing with us. People are going to, you know, feel that the platform is building and we're not going to want to ride our wave. How do you handle that with your family? Like, okay, let me stick to my business and I got y'all later. Like, you know?
I mean, I've always been like the humble person, like the person in the family that I really don't say much. So it's like they want to come for me for help, but at the same time they understand.
They already know.
They understand, and they know what type of person I am. They know I don't deal with that type of stuff. So they don't go too in depth with it, but I know they need help. You know what I'm saying? They want to come to me for it, but they're not asking for it.
So is that heavy on your mind though? Like knowing that, dang, like I know you need me.
Yeah, it's definitely heavy on my mind because it's like I'm on my everyday grind, you know what I'm saying, trying to get it, but I need to still be there for them and make time for them, you know, but it's hard when I'm so stuck in the grind, you know, and I hate to be like that, but that's the only way I'm going to get to where I want to be at, you know what I'm saying? So, but they kind of understand. They don't necessarily just come for me to help, like, you know what I'm saying, and bring the problem to me, but just when they talk to other people, you know, it get back around. So just hearing from other people, like they, you know what I'm saying, they just don't want to ask you, like, you know. So they know, they understand. They know that I'm they know, like, you know, I'm humble. I'm, you know what I'm saying. I'm probably know how to deal with it, but not really, you know what I'm saying. But they know I'm focused. They see they kind of see my vision, so they don't want to like drag me into it too much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Just elaborating on that, I saw a meme on Instagram, and it referenced when you're on an airplane. They say like when those masks fall, you got to put it on yourself first, because if you don't, you will die and you can't help anyone. So in a way, to what you're saying right now, I feel like it's really challenging when you know you have family you want to support, but you can't support them unless you're good yourself.
Yeah, I can't
you know?
help nobody until I help myself. Like, that's facts.
Yes.
Like, I can't be a teacher without knowing what to teach you.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then making time for your son, because you spoke. I mean, I know you have a son, and I know it's difficult balancing that business life, that making music. You know, you have to be in the studio for mad crazy hours.
Right.
Like, you know, when we think about it, we think about the black family and us having to do more time in our jobs or whatever just to make what other cultures or other race are making type.
Right.
You know, how do you balance that with your son? Like, you know, making sure you showing him values, you still showing up in his life while you still on the grind type.
Right. I mean, I'm with my son every day. It's
Just
Period.
I mean, it's times where I'm always on the go, so it's like I do think about that. Like, damn, I'm always leaving my son, and he getting older too, so he's starting to notice that. Like, but he a daddy's boy, so sometimes when I leave, he cry. You know what I'm saying? But when I had the time, I just give it. You know what I'm saying? That's really the only way I balance it. I'm not gonna say I'm always busy. It's times when I don't have shit to do. So when I had the time, I try to just balance it and give it to him and just chill in the house with him, watch TV, whatever it is. So yeah, I balance it. I kind of try to balance everything except for just the problems. I don't deal with problems. Everything else, time, like spending family time and all that, I do that. But when it comes to dealing with your problems, I'm not finna take my time to try to fix your problem when I got my own problems.
That be some people downfall right there. Is you too focused on the next person's problem, you can't even, you know, you're not even clear on your vision and what you gotta do.
Yeah, and then it's
yourself.
like you're not even. It's not like you facing real problems. I'm facing real emotional entrepreneur. Like, you know, like Nipsey was saying, like it's a real like marathon, and you're gonna go through every emotion. Like facts, that shit is real. So y'all dealing with like negative problems. I'm dealing with real like shit where it's like, fuck, bro. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? You know, I want to be here, and I'm not seeing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yes.
People, I'm not gonna say everybody understand, but like my grandma, my mom, you know, they understand for sure. Yeah, they don't be on me too much. Like, you always gone, and they see me trying. They see me trying.
Well, since we're already on the path of fatherhood, I have a question. But Chi, do you have a question too?
Yeah.
Or?
So in media, you know, they portray the black man, especially black fathers, to not be present. But seeing you be present, how do you feel about that image that media portrays about black men as fathers?
I mean, to be honest, I feel like.
And is it accurate?
It is very inaccurate.
No, it's not. It's not. That's not true at all. Because a lot of, I don't know. Some people just be lost. They be. I don't even know how to really explain that. Cause I never dealt with that. My dad always been in my life, so you know what I'm saying. I don't know.
So that's what I'm saying.
I don't get. I even question that myself. I don't get why people don't want to be in their kid's life. Like the love between you and your child is a whole different love. Like me loving my girlfriend or my wife or my grandma, whoever, that shit is a whole different love between a child. Like for real. So I don't see why people don't want to be in their kid's life. I don't know.
Sometimes I think it's the system.
Yes.
I can say, like, for me as a product, like, my parents weren't really there, and it's not because they don't love me. Like, I know they are the best people that they can be when they can.
Right.
But I feel like the system sometimes fails parents, and it leaves the children alone. So, I mean, I think to your point, it could be a couple different reasons why black parents are not present, but I guess so you mentioned for you your dad was a pretty big prevalent part of your life, right?
He wasn't like, I'm not gonna say he was there every step, but he was in my life. I knew who my dad was. I was able to call my dad if I, you know what I'm saying? So he was present, but he wasn't there every step. Like him and my mom, they separated when I was a baby. So he wasn't, you know, it wasn't a 2-parent home, but he was there if I needed him. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't get why people don't. I don't know. Yeah. Like you said, it could be that though. It could be the system. Just, I don't know.
I think it's a couple of reasons. I feel like for one, it could be an inaccurate narrative that's being pushed too much that we begin to believe it, because I grew up with a loving father. He tried to raise all of his kids. And on the other end, I feel like what Victoria said is due to like the systemic oppressions that we face as just black people. You know, and if we don't find our own healing in what we went through in our childhood, then unfortunately those cycles continue to be reinforced, and we only raise our kids based on the experience that we know. We try to prevent them from the experiences that we did, and we go about that different ways, you know.
And I also think it's police too, because police are taking a lot of fathers away from their children too.
Yes.
So I don't like when they like to say, "Oh, you know, you guys don't have a father." A lot of these fathers have been killed.
Trying to divide the home.
Trying to divide. So or been jailed for like little reasons. Like one thing that really pisses me off is the whole marijuana situation, because now it's like legal and you still got a whole bunch of black men still locked up in jail.
Why?
So that really pisses me off. So
they letting rapists out because of this COVID-19.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
I'm like, if anything, we should be letting out the people who have, I don't want to say, because felonies, when we think about felonies, we think about them doing something really
like
big.
Murder and all that.
But the misdemeanor felonies like selling weed and stuff, let my people
not even
out.
selling, just having it on
just
them.
having it,
So I that's a problem for me. But yeah, black fathers are, I believe, I might be biased, but I feel like they're the most present, and they're most not just present, because it's one thing to just be there, but because I have a father, and it's like I have like an uncle. And my father was present. My uncle wasn't. He was there, but he wasn't really there.
Right.
If you get what I mean. So it's also about not just physically being present, but also mentally, emotionally.
Like, how do you show up?
How do you show up?
Exactly.
Ooh, no, that's great.
So JayZ, he was in an interview that was featured on New York Times, and he sort of talked about his experience with fatherhood. So when he was growing up, he obviously needed certain tools that would get him through just surviving life, So he needed survival tools when he was growing up. But now he's a successful businessman and entrepreneur. His children, they don't need those same survival tools.
Right.
But he was saying like he still wants to educate them on like how he grew up, so they still know they're not disconnected from how many people live. So that's something that I think about all the time. Like when I do become a mom, like how will I raise my kid? Because like I just said, like there are things in my life that I had to teach and do on my own, and I love how it made me so like driven and self-motivated.
Right.
But I don't want my kids to go through what I went through. So like you as a father, like how do you like go about that? Like what? Because you want them to, to
not see what I went through.
You don't want them to see that, but you don't want them to miss it. You don't want them to be blind to it. You want
Or
them to know it.
Miss having that hustle.
Yeah.
You get.
Yeah. So like, how does that like motivate you to raise your kid, or
I mean, I can't just hand my son everything in his hand for one, and then, I mean, a way, I would still show him just like, how could I say it? Like the hood and all that, he wouldn't see none of that. I wouldn't want him to see that. I wouldn't want him to go through being shot and shit that I went through. So that definitely, I want to keep him away from that. I don't even want him to see that or know about that. You know what I'm saying? But as
you
far
wouldn't
as
tell him you got shot?
Nah, I would tell him about that, of course.
Okay.
Definitely. I would share that with him, but
right.
I wouldn't let him be in that environment or, just even know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? I want him to see past that.
Okay.
But I really would just the best thing I would influence my son on is just handle your business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Really?
Yes.
That's the main thing. I'm not going to give you everything. Yeah, find your purpose. I'm going to help you. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to invest in you and make it happen for you, but you got to know what you want at the same time.
Yes.
For sure.
So you more so like the father on Power. What's his name in the show Power?
Oh, Ghost?
Ghost, yes. So you more so like the Ghost.
Yeah, I never saw Power.
What is his name?
I don't watch
Girl,
TV.
You have to watch that.
I don't even watch TV.
But
you have to watch that.
TV.
Yeah.
You can watch it on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Well, I get what he's trying to say, but
see,
still.
I got a short attention span, so I could watch TV and then that's it.
No, but it's good. I'm so sick. No, I think you should watch it.
I might have to sit down and watch that.
It's really good.
I gotta watch.
I want to tell you the ending, but it's gonna give it away.
Don't tell us, G, because I still ain't watched it.
I'm not, but damn.
But it's basically kind of like the lifestyle that you're describing right now. Like you want to protect Tariq or whatever. That was his son's name, but he still ended up wanting to learn about that so much that he got involved in that lifestyle. So at the end of the day, I just be thinking about how difficult it is to be a parent, because you could try to protect your child from everything in this world, but they still going to experience it because they have to find their own way to, you know? So I want to kind of go into like, what are the values, like the specific values? Because JayZ named some in his interview, like compassion and like things like that. So what are the specific values that you want your child to grow up knowing and learning?
One, I want him to be coachable. Like, whether it be from me, from anybody else, like, you got to be coachable. And then, two, having your purpose, knowing why you doing it, like, you know what I'm saying? And then bringing value of always. So just being coachable, bringing value, and, you know, just knowing your why you doing it. That's what that's definitely.
I think when I think of coachable, and I think of like children who are raised without their parents or without, you know, that family support, they're probably not as coachable, because it's like, I could get through this, like, you know, I've done this all my life, but like they have that reason, because they literally had to fend for themselves. So they don't want to hear anything from anyone else, because that person, they feel like they can't really understand what I went through, you know? Right. So like with coachable, I feel like that's a really important value that's missing in our community, because sometimes we're so hard-headed, we want to do things on our own, and when you can just take a simple advice from someone who's experienced, like, you can prevent yourself from, you know.
I understand it 100%. Like, nobody want to listen. Like, especially like our peers, our people our age. It's like, man, you don't know what you're talking about. That's why you gotta surround yourself with people that got the results that you want. If you know what I'm saying? If they got the results, like, they gonna be the mentor for you. You know what I'm saying? They got what you want. They got the millions of dollars, a nice house, whatever. So that's what I just feel like. It's not gonna come to you though. And I'm really starting to realize that you got to put yourself in that environment. That's the only way. If you want to change the way you live, how you live, the way you think, you got to put yourself around like-minded people.
So do you consider yourself to be a coachable person? Like, do you take constructive criticism well?
Definitely. That's what I was going to get into too. 'Cause, like, growing up, I never really had like that mentor, you know what I'm saying? Somebody telling me like, look, this, you know what I'm saying? Do this, do that. You know, I mean, the only thing like my parents or my grandparents ever told me was go to school, get a job. But I started seeing shit bigger than that. So once I started seeing stuff bigger than that, I didn't have nobody to go to be that mentor. Now, if I wanted to live a regular life and just say, oh, what good jobs you think I should get, then I would go and talk to my parents, because they got the results. They got good jobs. They, you know what I'm saying? So, but nobody in my family got the results that I want. Not like that, but like that. So that's why I gotta, you know, that's what I'm saying. I gotta find it. I gotta put myself in that area, for sure.
And I think for many of us, when we find our purpose, it's like you kind of go on that alone. Like you kind of I don't even want to say distance, because that can be looked at as a negative word, but you do distance yourself from family, from friends who are not thinking like you, just to surround yourself by like-minded individuals.
Exactly.
So you said it's not easy, it doesn't just come to you. How do you put yourself in that situation to learn from mentors, and you know, what type of events do you attend? Put the people on game that's trying to become
right. Definitely. I just seeing the people, whether it be like I want to learn how to play piano, so I'm only gonna work with producers that know how to play the piano, or I want to learn how to play the guitar. I'm only surrounded, I'm only gonna work with you if you know how to play the guitar. So if you see it, just put yourself in it. It's communication. That's all it is. At first, that was like one of my biggest things that I lacked, but I'm starting to kind of make myself get out of that. Just hit people up and see, you know what I'm saying? You never know. They might hit you back like, hey, yeah, come work with me, bro. Like, then once you show up, bring the right energy. You know what I'm saying? Presentation is everything. So, like, I went to a session the other day, and it was at JayZ studio, and I showed up with my boy Guai. He from East Africa. Good energy, like they felt the vibe. They couldn't even handle the vibe. So, but that it's just making people remember. Just leaving that memorable mark. Yeah.
So you like instruments? Do you play any?
Nah, I used to play the trumpet in middle school, but I didn't take it serious. I want to get back into it. I don't play no instruments though.
That's what I want to do too, though, but not trumpet, like saxophone.
Yeah.
But
I want to learn all
Yeah,
that.
sax.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna put your kids in music, like instruments and
Yeah,
stuff?
it's crazy because my son, I got a video on my phone. We had like a band come to the house and perform. He was over there playing with the keys. So he kind of like, he into it, but I think he gonna want to play sports because he like balls.
Okay.
That's all he know is ball.
I was say, are you gonna
ball.
force him to do music though, or are you
Nah,
gonna let
nah.
him figure it out?
No, I'm not gonna force him into nothing that he don't want to do.
Okay.
But I feel like just from what I see now, he only won. So that's all he want to do is play with balls. So I know for sure put him in some type of sports. I'm not gonna force him to be around me in the studio or little nigga make beats or whatever. I'm not doing none of that. Nah.
That's pretty cool. I'm forcing my kids to play instruments. I low-key just want to come home and have my kids surround me and they just play instruments.
Oh my Jesus.
Yeah, nah. To be honest, I feel like no matter what I put my son in, me being that influence, he always gonna see it. He gonna see like, oh, like my daddy know how to play saxophone. I want to do it. He gonna always want to try it, or and then if he end up being a football player, basketball, I feel like it's all the same thing. Entertainment. Every football player start being a rapper, or every basket. You know what I'm saying? So he'll have his foot in the music some way, but I'm not gonna force him to all the way in it.
What music are you introducing him to?
What music do you play around the house?
I
that
play-
y'all be jamming to.
Is it like
lately I've been playing like I switched the whole vibe, but I usually listen to like all the trap, Young Thug, One Take J, all that, but lately I've been listening to Larry June.
What's that?
Put us
Like
on.
smooth jazz? You like smooth jazz or something?
No, I
I'm
gotta
trying to
Come on. Y'all ain't never heard of Larry June?
Yeah, Larry Jones like the John Kenny of the Bay Area.
Oh my!
no.
Oh, you see, you know.
Go ahead.
See, I ain't even gonna do all that. We'll wait till after. But he just got like a smooth vibe. Like he just talk about player shit, like shit with value. Like he not just talking about bullshit. Like he talking about investing your money, like staying healthy, living a good lifestyle. And that's what he like. I think he like 29, 30. That's when I'm 30. That's how I want to be.
Right.
Living that healthy lifestyle. I got money. My bank account on chill, whatever. So I got all the nice cars I want. So he just been giving me that vibe lately, like just that keeping me motivated, that inspiration. And that's what I need. A constant inspiration every day. I don't want to hear no bullshit,
And people don't think about that. Like, the more that we think about the music we listen to, it's like we constantly stuck in that environment too. Like, if I'm constantly listening to things that include violence, not saying I don't need my turn up and my ratchetness, every once in a while, but I do be more so in the music like that's gonna motivate me type. Like, okay, that's what you did, or that's what you going through. I'm going through that too. Like, okay, how did you get through it though?
Right.
Taking lessons and values from the music. I feel like that's what music is for. So
I'm trying to see what artist will speaks to me, but I was like, it'd be Brett when I be depressed. But I love when you say ratchet, I'm like, yeah, because it does change the way you move. Like when I hear to some hard shit, I'm like,
yeah, you be like turned. Like, you got a lot of energy.
When the car be driving fast,
niggas want to speed, and I'm doing crazy shit. Like,
so music does have an influence on you.
Right, facts.
Yes.
Yeah, that's energy. Music is energy.
Yes.
It's energy.
Look
like,
at
People don't it's wavelengths in the sky, you feel me? Yes, you create, my bad, I'm about to go deep, y'all. But you create a vibe even with the beats. Like, let's talk about that. Like, what type of vibe you trying to put us on? Because I know it's not going to always be centered around rap and hip-hop. Like, eventually, you're going to go mainstream, you know?
Yeah, I'm glad you bring that up because, like I said, I've been kind of changing my vibe lately, just my environment. I've been working with my boy Chris Goma. He played 12 different instruments, bass, guitar, and he an artist. But if I play the song for y'all, actually, I'm going to play it for y'all.
Cold country, warm days gone by.
Okay, so I want to kind of go back, how, because I know it's becoming a recognized producer is different than becoming a rising, rapper, because usually they have the spotlight type. Like, how does a producer become recognized like DJ Khaled, Mustard, Dr. Dre, you know.
Just any producer, period.
Yeah.
Through publicity. That's really the only way for producers. Just like blogs, write-ups, staying consistent. Like if you constantly dropping music and then all these blogs is writing about you, because people, that's where like a lot of labels and A&Rs or whatever, they go to the blogs to look for. They not on Instagram searching for new artists. They looking who getting written about. Like, you know, that's what. So blogs, interviews, just publicity. Just, you know, get you a good publicist and from there.
Do you have a publicist?
Nah, I don't.
Yes, that's.
Well, actually, I just had a meeting with a PR. Yeah, I had a meeting with a PR a couple days ago.
What's a PR?
Kind of the
Public
same. No,
relations.
publicist and a PR is two different things. My bad. Get you a good PR. My bad. But nah, I had a meeting with her, and she just was telling me like all type of different ways, like what she could do for me to help my career grow and all that type of stuff. So it's just, they basically know how to market you and how to get you, you know, get people talking about you and, you know, get your name in certain places. That's what a PR do.
Would you consider yourself naturally as an extrovert where you love socializing, you love meeting new people, or an introvert where you sort of to yourself, you know, you can socialize, but you need your downtime to rewind?
I'm more of an introvert, but I'm more the type of person you got to bring it out of me.
Yeah, I feel
Like, I'm not-
Yeah. That
I'm not-
might be a
like,
tourist
people-
thing.
Yeah, nah, when I take pictures, you gotta make me smile. I'm not just gonna smile. That's not me. That's
Right,
not
you gotta
me.
hold the teddy bear.
Nah, whatever. Now you might have to say, nah, hell nah. You might have to say something funny. You might have to say something funny, or, you know, just because I'm always serious or straight to the point. Like, yeah, but I'm more of an introvert. I stay to myself. I don't talk too much at all. But I need to be though, because look at the route I'm going and how I'm going to make it if I'm not talking to nobody. Like, how I'm going to be a businessman if I'm not. So I'm getting myself out of it.
But
It's just learning.
Wouldn't you say that was like Roddy Ricch's last album? Like apologizing for being antisocial in a way?
Yeah, definitely. It's the same thing. I mean, he really antisocial.
Because you work with Roddy
that
too,
nigga,
right?
yeah, he don't fuck with social media or none of that.
Oh,
I like
sure.
social media. I'm a businessman, an entrepreneur, so social media is what's gonna help me grow my brand. So that's like one of the biggest things for me. But he really antisocial. But when it come to like going to like events and just like walking up to people talking to them, nah, they might have to come approach me, or you know what I'm saying? Like people always tell me. One of my managers told me that I come off unapproachable at my job. I'm like, what you mean? Like, fuck you mean I come off unapproachable?
Because
I'm
you don't
cool.
be smiling.
I'm
That's
cool.
right.
Like,
Might be too
but
much
he-
of me.
But no, a lot of people tell me that I come off unapproachable. I don't mean to, but that's how I am. Like,
That's
I'm
their
dead.
perception
Yeah,
of
that's
you.
exactly.
That's their internal.
Exactly. You don't. You can't judge a book by its cover.
You know, the
like,
surface me, you know.
yeah, you gotta really, you know. Yeah, I guess people just be expecting me to just be. I don't know.
Hey,
just,
what's your name?
Yeah, just like, just so
And
like,
that's
you
not
know,
for
just all
everybody.
so open
Yeah.
and just talkative and just like, you know, nah, I'm in my zone. If you ask me, I only speak when spoken to. Just put it like that. That's all.
But do you know how to like keep a conversation though? Because I'm like, you know, that's important too. Like,
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm obviously,
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, but I feel like I only could keep the conversation when I got the help. Like y'all helping me keep this conversation. Y'all keeping questions coming, and y'all, you know what I'm saying? So when it come to like texting and talking and shit, I'm a boring person. You might be like, this nigga boring.
I'm the same. I'm not even gonna lie.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
I'm
yeah,
not
I
even
can't
gonna
fuck with
lie.
this nigga.
Yeah.
He boring. But in
Like-
person, I'm a cool. Like you gonna catch the vibe.
you.
Like
You gotta
yeah,
feel the
yeah.
vibes right here, right now. Sorry.
Yeah, but talking and shit on the phone, texting, whatever. Hell no, I'm the worst person.
I feel that.
So bringing it back, as Raj likes to say. So you did say that okay, you are a producer. You know, you make beats, but you make beats for like a lot of these artists that we know. How do you feel, or do you even care about getting the same fame or popularity as these artists that you make beats for?
Hell yeah, I do. Let me tell you why though.
Let me tell you why. Okay.
A lot of people be like, fuck the fame, fuck the clout. The clout is business. That's you feel
It
me? That's
is.
money, my nigga. What the fuck do you mean? you being a nobody, you just gonna have money and be a nobody.
Mm-hmm.
With
You might
fame
have
and
the talent too.
with fame and with the money gonna keep coming from every, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna keep coming from a new way every time. So yeah, I definitely wanna. That's really what like. That's what like my process is right now. Just building my brand and having that, you know what I'm saying? Just that popularity, that known. I mean that name for myself, the influence. You know. So hell yeah, I want the same clout they got.
Yeah.
If you got it, why not? Why I can't have it? We should be, you know.
So then, how do
I'm
you?
just gonna do something different with it.
Yeah.
It's what you. It's not what you do. It's how you do it.
Yes,
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I know in a past interview that we've actually done together, you spoke on like missing out on some money type where people was making millions with your beats on there.
Right.
So like let's talk about that. Like how can the next producer avoid doing some stuff like that, you know?
It's a lot of processing. Just like making sure you got the paperwork done.
I found this on the web for what is a mortgage process.
Okay, Siri.
Yeah, she the police for sure. But nah, just handling your business, having your contracts right, get you a lawyer. That's really the main thing. Get a lawyer, especially if you don't know and you still educating yourself on it. Get a lawyer that already know, and then they'll be able to tell you like, oh, they didn't pay you for that beat. Well, look, you can get this much more percentage on the back end because they didn't pay you, or you know. So getting a lawyer, and then just educate yourself on it. Don't be coachable. Don't be scared to. You gotta get uncomfortable. I know that shit is uncomfortable. Nobody want to sit there and read a book, but you gotta be uncomfortable to get where you know what I'm saying, to be great. Simple.
And do you feel like he's representing you for what you're
Yeah,
going
because
for?
I haven't paid him for nothing, and he done did what he was, he did what he was supposed to do.
You ain't paid.
No, I ain't
Further
paid.
than me.
It was like a first time free type shit.
Okay.
I mean, he was finna get me out of this contract with my administration, but I ended up telling him like I only got this much amount of time now. I'm gonna just finish it. Fuck it. Other than that, everything else he did for me.
Dang,
That's
that's
what's up.
solid.
For sure. Like reading over contracts. This last contract I sent him though, he wanted to get paid. Cause he like, that's it. I'm not reading no more. So yeah. But other than that, he cool. He cool
Okay.
peoples. He might not know everything, but he know how to get the money. He know how to, you know what I'm saying? He know what should be done, what shouldn't be done, you know, the ins and outs.
Definitely will.
So there are things that you're working on right now that we can expect
Like projects,
soon,
music.
or yeah, what can we?
Nah,
you know?
I'm not. Well, let me
or
see.
any advice.
Actually-
Or
Any advice too.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm working on some videos for my project, the Hollywood Dreams project. I'm working on the videos for that, so y'all could be expecting that, and just a lot of difference. Oh, actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't think about it. So one thing I plan on doing when all this quarantine is over is like a mixer event. So basically, I got this spot in it's right off like Hollywood Boulevard or some shit. And I'm gonna rent it out and basically just have artists, producers, photographers. It's gonna be a networking event.
That's what's up.
So if you
need some hosts?
yeah, oh yeah, hell yeah,
We in that
definitely.
thing.
Nah, so if you a part of the industry, whether you a PR, a graphic designer, a photographer, bring your ass out
Yes.
for sure. Just network it, cause Diddy did that.
Yes.
And I went to the event and I thought about I need to do some shit like this for my, for my generation, you know.
For sure.
'Cause
the
I
people
got the
that's building
influence,
now.
why not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People tell me that all the time, like, bro, you got a big platform. It's just, if I don't know how to use it, what I'm gonna do? If I ain't got the help to help me know how to use it, what I'm gonna do? Like, so that's what I've been focused on, just putting that together. Another thing too is a master class I'm gonna do. So it's like how you said, putting them on game about the music business and the ins and outs of buying beats for artists, the ins and outs of what a lease is and the exclusive rights for the producers and the artists and like that, you know. So yeah, the master class, and then
That's what's up.
and then of course the Forex thing too. I'm finna start pushing that heavy. I got to, cause it's like, why not? It's gonna change everybody's life, not just mine. It's gonna change everybody's life.
Yes. So you're not
So
being
that-
selfish.
Yeah.
with your
Hell no.
knowledge.
It ain't just about me. I always been like that though. That's why I don't get why people. I don't know, man. I think that's just how I was raised. That's how my family is. You know, everybody come from different different places, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard out here though.
It is.
Being from LA and
Yeah.
being an entrepreneur, being whatever, it's hard.
It's like crabs in a barrel.
Crabs in the bucket.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm. But we all
That's
gotta
what,
eat. Shit. We don't want to get eaten no more. Shit.
That's what, that's what Larry June was talking about in one of the songs. He like, I'm finna take my talent to the South to make a meal. Like, and that's really what it take. It's gonna take for me to go move to Atlanta and lock in with them niggas and really, like, damn, this nigga Hollywood, and you feel me? He ain't even from out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it take.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
Well, we want to thank you for coming on as our guest, getting deep with us.
I appreciate y'all for having me, for sure.
Of course, we're gonna be at that event. We hosting.
For
I'm
sure.
putting
Yeah,
it
nah,
on their destiny right now.
we gotta I don't know how long this shit gonna last.
We can connect after this, get all the details and all of
Yes.
that, but we definitely want to support.
Definitely.
Yes, we can bring our, creativity, but
Hell yeah, I wanna have all that. Bring the vibes out.
yes.
Facts.
Well, thank you. We look forward to seeing what you do with your platform and how you take off from here. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for putting us on game, and it's a wrap, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Off top, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Damn. And bitch, don't check me, bitch. Check the air quality. Numbers. Yeah. Dices and shit.